Chapter 3. That afternoon, the fog rolled back into the harbour town, denser than before, its edges tinged with a ghostly green hue. It didn't merely drift or roll, it throbbed and pulsed, as if it were a living entity breathing in and out. It seemed to watch the streets below, pooling around cobblestones like the exhalation of some ancient creature slumbering beneath the ocean's depths. The fog wound its way around boots and door frames, almost as if it were deciding whom to embrace with its clammy touch. The fishermen grumbled and swore, frustrated by the poor visibility that stole their catch and the dampness that caused the wood of their boats to swell and creak ominously underfoot. But the women remained silent. They were consumed by their dreams. Not all of them confessed to this. Some clung to their silence, even as they woke each morning with a whisper echoing in their ears. They saw the same figure, a towering man with eyes like turbulent storm glass and skin that alternated between the warmth of life and an eerie, deathly pallor. His voice slipped into their minds like smoke weaving through the grain of wood, whispering words in a language they didn't know but understood, instinctively. Clara locked her dreams behind her lips, but the tightness in her chest never subsided. She felt an odd connection to the fog, as if it ebbed and flowed in response to her, tightening when she traced the spiral in the air, pressing close when her breath caught in slumber. Once, she awoke to find her ribbon reduced to ash in her hand. Moments later, it reformed, whole and vibrant red, yet the acrid scent of smoke lingered on her fingers. And then there were the spirals. She began discovering them in places where she hadn't left them. Traced in the condensation on her bedroom window, faintly etched into the cover of her notebook, half formed in the flour dust on the kitchen counter. Though she couldn't recall putting them there, the loops matched perfectly the ones she'd drawn in her dreams. It wasn't just her. The spirals began appearing all over town, embroidered into the hem of Edith's shawl. Faintly carved into the old wooden door of the chapel, where no one remembered them being before. Initially, no one spoke of it. But they all noticed. Each woman kept the vision to herself, though some began exchanging sidelong glances of recognition. Beneath their shawls and aprons, they waited in quiet anticipation. They would never voice it, but they all understood. He was coming, and the fog would part its lips for him. Clara was fastening garlands along the chapel fence, the cool morning air brushing against her cheeks when the sensation pierced her again. It wasn't a sound, but a shivering ripple that coursed through her like a torrent of ice water. Her fingers stilled, mid-knot, and the bustling world around her seemed to dissolve. The distant chatter and laughter of townsfolk dimming into nothingness. Come to the shore when the darkest dawn arrives. Bring no one. Remember who you are. She reeled back, her heart thudding against her ribs. The fog swirled around her, shimmering with an otherworldly light, green tendrils entwined with streaks of gold, before abruptly snapping back to its mundane grey, as if nothing had changed. Villagers ambled past her, oblivious. But inside Clara, an undeniable shift had occurred, like a hidden door creaking open. And something had peered through. Another drawing depicted a woman's silhouette, crowned with twisting vines and tongues of flame. Beneath it, Margaret's careful translation read, "Through the bridge is born the first of the blood, the vessel, the daughter of dusk. The dark one waits until her line is ripe." Margaret met her daughter's gaze, her eyes heavy with unspoken history. "He's waited a long time, and now he's found you." Outside, the fog pressed insistently against the windows, a murky sea of grey. Clara's voice quivered, barely above